Hello again, everybody. Zack Attack is here with the attack line for Wednesday, February 15th, 2012. I hope everyone had a decent Valentine's Day yesterday. You know, I kind of did. I didn't make an attack line yesterday. I was out, so I'm glad to make an attack line for you all today. Starting with Billboard number ones. Now, as of this attack line, as of the time I'm making this, we don't know the Billboard number one. It's the first time ever we don't know number one single. The number one single we don't know yet. So I'll tell you that tomorrow. But as of now, we do know the number one album. Fresh off the 6-0 Grammy sweep, Adele sweepingly beat Van Halen this week. Despite the sales for the Grammy week not tallying until next week, Adele remains at number one for a 20th non-consecutive week, tying the record with, coincidentally, The Bodyguard. And of course, Whitney Houston and No Doubt has impacted many of the charts, including many digital song charts. But Adele remains at number one. And Van Halen has to stick with number two. And with the post-Grammy sales, expect Adele to retain for a 21st week. That'll be funny next week when they say 21 weeks for 21. That'll be kind of funny. But a big week for her number one album still, and of course, the Grammy sweep in Vogue. So big week for Adele. Speaking of Grammys, a band that performed at the Grammys doing a Glenn Campbell tribute, the band Perry, remains at number one for the second straight week in a row, being the first non-one-hit, one-week wonder in country charts for a while, with All Your Life remaining at number one. So, credits to all the number ones. Like I said, I don't know the number one on the Hot 100. They haven't posted it yet. Usually they do it this time, and I've been on Billboard all day, and they haven't posted the number one single yet, so I'll probably tell you it tomorrow. But as of now, Kelly Clarkson, What Doesn't Kill You Make You Stronger is the reigning number one single, but we'll find out if it remains it tomorrow. Now, on to, speaking of Grammys, the Beach Boys, as we all know, reunited at the Grammys, performing Good Vibrations, and you can tell some nervousness, but the nerves are gone, as we know of, as they finally announced the tour dates. 30 of the scheduled 50-day tour will be April 24th. Now, I said on my Grammy review, I said, after the Beach Boys performance, I said, I smell a tour announcement this week. Well, they had the publicity, so they had to announce it this week, including a Detroit stop at Pine Knob / TT Energy Music Theater on June the 30th. Tickets go on sale, I think, next week. So, time to do it again with those Beach Boys. Yes, all the original members. Al Jardine, Mike Love, Bruce Johnston, and of course, Brian Wilson, as you saw from the Grammys. So, let's hope for the best for their reunion tour. Speaking of 50th anniversary plans, Rolling Stones will still waiting on word about Rolling Stones about what they're going to do for their 50th anniversary. And I'm patiently waiting as much as anybody else is about the Stones and their plans. So hopefully we'll find out Stones very soon. I mean, very soon. Now, on to other music news before we get on down to sports and TV. Talk about Behind the Music. VH1, now known for shitty shows like Mob Wives and Basketball Wives, had a show called Behind the Music that revolutionized documentary shows. I used to love Behind the Music, and I still do. They still make, yes, once in a blue moon, they do make new Behind the Musics. And I think they made one on Pink recently, and a lot of other new people. And starting this March, 6 brand new episodes will air. Starting with Pitbull, which will be on March 15th. It'll be on every Thursday, starting on March 15th. And the 22nd of March, The Game, the rapper, not Triple H. Psst. Also, Brandy will be on April 19th. April 12th will be Akon. March 29th, T-Pain. And it'll end with Nas on April 26th. So there you go. It's a new Behind the Musics. Now, besides Pitbull, everybody else has been like It's like more like the where are they now behind the music to some people. Like where's Nas band? Where's Brandy band? Where's Akon band? Well, we don't need to know where T-Pain's been. T-Pain's still been everywhere. The game we still need to know where he's been. Of course, Pitbull, probably the biggest artist of all of them right now with the recent #1 smashes, Give Me Everything and Hey Baby from the album Planet Pit. So there you go, Behind the Music returns. Not as influential as the other bands on Behind the Music, but still, it's today's music. On Behind the Music on VH1. Now on the wrestling news, starting with WWE. Now apparently, Randy Orton suffered a concussion. Now I heard rumors that he suffered a concussion during the Big Show match on Raw on Monday, but according to WWE.com, the storyline is saying that Daniel Bryan is the culprit by hitting Orton in the head with the belt, causing the concussion. Due to that, Randy Orton is out of the Elimination Chamber. Now, spoiler alert, although I shouldn't say spoiler alert because it's already on WWE.com, coming from last night's SmackDown tapings, of all people to replace Randy Orton, they pick Santino Marella. And I think everyone like me is hoping for the same thing. Please, Christian, attack Santino before he gets in there like Edge did to Kofi. That's what I'm thinking. Christian's going to come back and attack Santino before he comes. So as of right now, Santino will be replacing Orton, joining Great Khali, Wade Barrett, Daniel Bryan, Big Show, and Cody Rhodes. Making sure SmackDown's Chamber sucks even worse than it was without Orton. And now there was rumors that Mark Henry would be in it. But thankfully, those rumors weren't true. But unfortunately, like I said, Santino will now be in the Elimination Chamber. That's the only bad news in wrestling. The good news in wrestling, I think every TNA fan is going mad over this. I have to sing a song. Na 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 na. La 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 la. A woo so goodbye. Yes, after numerous signs and chants over the weekend, TNA had reportedly fired Vince Russo. And on Monday morning, it was confirmed with TNA that the head creative writer, Vince Russo, has left the company amicably, according to TNA. Amicably. But I think all the TNA fans are like, yeah, he's going to get better. Maybe not. With Hogan and Bischoff still on board, who knows? But we have a new creative head writer. Dave Lagana is taking a spot. That he's director of creative writing. That's been his title, but it's not a promotion. That's what we're hearing. So there you go. Russo's out of the picture. Let's see if TNA gets better. But with Hogan Bischoff, who knows? Now on to TV, starting with Glee review from last night. I missed last week's, but I finally watched the Spanish teacher episode a couple days ago with Ricky Morton coming in. But this week was all about Valentine's Day, including the return of Blaine. At the end of the episode, it was all about the Sugar Shack. Sugar, the non-singing Asperger's person. I have Asperger's too, Sugar. She had a little party that all single people would not be allowed. You have to have a date. So he had a fight between Artie and Rory over Sugar. You also saw a new character from the Glee experiment or whatever show no one walks on oxygen. Joe, the Christian guy, hitting on, well, Crid's hitting on him. And of course, Santana doing stuff with Brittany. Well, Mercedes broke up with her boyfriend and Sam at the same time by singing, coincidentally, Whitney Houston's I Will Always Love You. They didn't have an end credit. And this has had more drama than usual. Seriously, I've never seen so much drama on Glee recently. And the last couple of episodes have been awesome, but there's been a lot of drama with Sam and Mercedes, and at least Blaine kind of helped it out with his return. Also, return of Pavlovsky, Max Pavlovsky, the bully. He dressed up in a gorilla suit as a secret admirer of Kurt. Kurt thought it was Blaine, but it was Max. First time I've seen him in a while. So we'll see if it comes back later on. Especially with that boyfriend they bumped into later on. And Glee will be out for a while following next week's winter finale, which will involve Finn and Rachel getting quickly married, especially seeing Rachel's two gay dads at last after 3 seasons. We finally get to see her two gay dads, one's played by Jeff Goldblum. So, there you go. And also, we find out who's the dad, because, of course, Sue wants a baby. We don't know who the sperm donor is, but we're guessing it's Sue, but we'll see what happens on Glee next week. But now on to my other show, Modern Family. Yes, last week Modern Family returned after their little hiatus with their jealousy episode. I like that episode with Claire and Phil having home with the guy from not Saudi Arabia, like Costa Rica. Yeah, Costa Rica. They kisses everybody and the radio guy. So I hope tonight's Modern Family is another great episode, especially with American Idol tonight. Drama filled as Hollywood Week continues on AI. But tonight's Modern Family is called Ain't Mommy. That's what I've heard the name of the episode is. So see what that's all about. LOL, as always, on Modern Family at 9, 8 Central on ABC. That is it for the Attack Night. I'll see everybody later. With that in mind, you have been attacked by the news from Zach. Thank you very much. See you later. Yeah.